I have connected the QRP dummy load 5 watt over here to the output of the EC BITX, and from that the N5ESE RF probe has been connected to this multimeter in the DC voltage range 200 volts, and I am going to press the PTT to see if there is an output which can be measured. In case of my FT710, when I press the PTT with 5 watts, I got an output voltage of 20 volts. Let us see. You can see that this light will change from green to red when I press the PTT. There is a change in the light. That means switching relays are working, but I am not seeing any output. Now I am going down to the 20 volt range. You can see 20 volt range here. Again I am checking. In 200 volt range I didn't see any movement there. It was full zero. But in 20 volt range I think something is happening. I don't know. Some movement is occurring. And I'll go to I'll check once again in the 20 volt range. And I am just trying in the 2 volt range, maybe out of range also. Actually the voltage is seen when the PTT is being released, so it is not I don't know whether it is a true RF voltage or something wrong is there. Now I like to try a different method. Put back to the 200 range and I am trying to say hello and see if there is any voltage. Hello, 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 hello. No voltage. I am reducing to 20 volt. Hello, 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 hello. Again, no voltage was seen when the TX was activated, but when the relays released, there is some voltage. Hello, 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 hello. That is very surprising. Maybe some other thing. Hello, 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 hello. I am not getting any output while I am supposed to get. When I am releasing the PTT, maybe some spurious is coming. I don't know. I'll have to investigate. I have connected the probe at C42 capacitor. That is the input to Q10 transistor. And you can see that it is reading 0.011 volts. That is in RX mode. In TX mode, you can see that it is increasing 0.14 or 16. But as earlier, when PTT is released, there is a spike. I'll show once again. This is 0.14 or 16 maximum of VFO output in TX mode, and in RX mode it is 0.12. It will be lower than what is actually there because the diode which I am using has about 0.56 volt of droppage. So anyway, it shows that there is some voltage in the VFO output which is increasing in TX mode. That I should be certain earlier also, because I was able to receive well with this radio. That means VFO should be working well. So I have placed the probe at C68, that is the input to the final power transistor. This is the final power transistor. At RX mode, there is no voltage in 20 volt range. I am going to press the PTT and see. I can see some voltage spike, but then it disappears. In 2 volt range, I am trying to modulate. Hello, 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 hello. So I can see some signal reaching the input of the final transistor, but I could not get any output from the final transistor. So with this test, my simple conclusion, even though there are a lot of limitations, is that the final transistor is blown off. That I had suspected initially also because of higher current drain than what is explained in the manual. The current drain to be set was around 50 milliamperes, but I was seeing much more than that. So I think the final transistor has blown off during my earlier testing procedures. Not this one,